Did you just buy Mega Live Imaging Target Lock and you're looking to install it on your boat? Well, in this video, I'm going to install it on my boat for the first time, and I'll provide tips and tricks throughout the video to help you out. So today, I'm going to drag all my tools down here. I'm going to get my Mega Live Imaging Target Lock laid out on my boat, and I'm going to get this thing installed. This is not going to be a how-to video. I've never installed Target Lock on my boat, but what I am going to do, I'm going to read the instructions really well, okay? And I want to see how easy it is to read the instructions, follow them, get everything installed. Throughout the installation, if I'm seeing something that maybe is a little confusing or something, I'm going to point that out to you guys to help you when you're doing your installation. So I'm going to go get my stuff and let's get started. So tip number one, if you're uninstalling your stabilizer leg, lift up on it a little bit if that nut seems kind of hard to back out. I just took a little tension off and it wanted to start backing out right away. Man, if you work on your own boats, get yourself some of these side cutters. These are by Klein Tools. I don't get sponsored by them. They're 9 or 10 bucks. Man, they get your zip ties off, no chance of cutting other wires. Plus, they cut flush on zip ties so you don't have any sharp edges on your zip ties. Okay, so it wants me to install the Mega Live dual mounting plate for Mega Live in 360, which means to do that, I've got to take 360 off. Now that the 360 transducer's off, I need to remove this plate. So one thing I noticed is these are stainless screws, and one thing I didn't do when I installed this originally is I didn't put some type of anti-seize on there. So I'm going to go down to the shop, get a little anti-seize, because stainless and aluminum or composite metals, they don't get along. And so it's just a little precaution for the future so that when I have to take something apart, it comes apart without being seized. So I don't have any anti-seize, but what a mechanic friend of mine showed me is just use a little bit of assembly grease on the threads. It'll work fine. So I'm at the part where it says to install the control head. There's 6 mounting places here, and there's 6 holes on the mounting plate. Well, it says in the instructions to make sure that the logo faces out. Well, as you can see, there's a logo on that side, and there's a logo on that side. Pretty easy fix. Just make sure that the power is going down through the square hole instead of the rectangular hole, because it will fit in either hole. The problem is you can get the top and the bottom screws in, but you can't get the middle screws in. So just make sure it's oriented so all of the holes line up. It's a tight fit, but it's going to work. So if you're like I am and you have 360, you're going to get a nuts and bolts package with the extra mounting plate that you need for 360. Now this is the bag that comes with your Mega Live. In the instructions, they'll talk about putting in those screws for the control head. Well, in the bag that came with the mounting plate for 360 and Live, that Allen wrench isn't in there. There's another Allen wrench in there, a larger one, but it's contained in this bag. So if you're looking for that Allen wrench, that Hummingbird's pretty good about adding that stuff into the bags. Look in the bag in the Mega Live. Okay, you guys, so there's several bags with nuts and bolts and washers and stuff like that. If you're looking in the primary bag and you can't find something, make sure you check the other bags. I was having a little bit of a panic attack thinking, oh no, I gotta go find these screws, and they were in another bag. So just get all your nuts and bolts all laid out so that they're organized by size and type, and then you can just pick what they're asking you to grab. I've got it all installed. The only thing I need to do is connect power and connect the Ethernet cord, but it's freaking hot out here. So I'm gonna do that in the morning. But let me walk you through this. And also, let me just tell you this. If you buy Mega Live imaging target lock, you're gonna have a couple bags of stuff they send you that you're not gonna need, okay? One bag, in fact, I'll show it to you. Okay, so this is all of the stuff I had left over, okay? So wanted to know what these are for. If you're installing 360 and you need spacers, this is for 360, okay? You get two of them. I don't know exactly where they go. I did not need that. I already had 360. So everything just screwed back in, no problem. I have a bunch of extra bolts left over because, like I said, they sent me a bag of bolts for this, which is the adapter plate for 360. And then I used some of those, and then I opened up the other bag and I had more bolts and stuff, so I've just got extras. Here's my old 360 mounting plate, but this bag right here, okay, there's the bag number 54320-1. So what's in here is a mount in the event you want to mount your live transducer back onto the shaft of your trolling motor. That's what this is for. Okay, I don't need that because I've got target lock, and that's the whole purpose of having target lock, is so that I can use my trolling motor independently. So I'm going to set that aside. Also, this bag right here, 540316-1. This is some stuff to help you route the cables up the trolling motor shaft in the event you put your Mega Live transducer back on the trolling motor. So you don't need that. Now, I talked about this in my unboxing video. Let me just take this out. Okay, so what we have in here are some masks, and the instructions here is to reduce double images using a Mega Live mask. Basically what this is doing is, if you're getting double images when you've got your transducer in the water, this is going to reduce that. It's got instructions on where to mount them. I will pop out tomorrow morning. We'll finish up this installation, and next up will be getting it on the water. The installation was simple. It took a little bit of time, but that's just because I'm reading the instructions, right? It was pretty straightforward. We'll give you an angle from this side. So from this side of the boat, you can see there's our live transducer. There's our 360. Live transducer has a double lock in here that you press both buttons and you can adjust it. You can rotate it depending upon what you're looking to do, landscape, forward or down. Here's the motor here. Here's the control head. Got all this connected. Got this connected down here. I did have to shorten my stabilizer. Pretty much, if you're installing 360 adapter, you're most likely going to have to shorten up your stabilizer. It's no big deal, but I had to shorten that up by probably 2 inches or so, maybe 2.5 inches. So the only cords coming off of Mega Live is a power cord and an Ethernet cord. We'll get those connected tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay guys, so today's the second day. I came out, I got the power hooked up, and I hooked up the network cable. Pretty simple process. You know, again, this isn't a how to install this video because I've never installed one of these before. If I was doing 360, I'd walk you through step by step, but I've never installed this, so this is my first time. And I gotta tell you, the installation manual, that really pays off. You know, if you can crimp wires and do simple connections and redirections, you can install this yourself. Now, I do want to point out, if you read the instructions carefully, Humminbird recommends this goes to a switch, like a battery switch, a panel switch. It's got to be fused, but this will constantly drain your battery if you don't have it on a switch. I decided to run a switch up in the front instead of back at my control panel. I just don't have any more room for switches. So I put a simple toggle switch right here. The black one is for my Mega Live, This one is for my Mega 360. And of course, that's my motor tilt. So I thought the installation went pretty easy. Really didn't have any issues. But let me walk you through the motor so you can see everything from this end. When you're connecting everything, make sure that you remember to connect this from the motor to the control head. Okay, I almost forgot to do that one. Again, it talks about having this slack on the top of the Mega so it can rotate and operate. Did depth adjustment, everything I needed to. So I hope this information's been helpful to you. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you hit the bell icon, it'll let you know when we have new videos coming out. Now I'm gonna go get this thing on the water and start playing with everything. Until next time, thanks for watching.